So right now we are in the truck. We're heading over to Jorge's office and we're gonna be making a YouTube video. So we're gonna continue this video on for you guys, and I'm excited for you guys to see the content today. I'm gonna kind of be doing a lot more vlogging because I want to start bringing you on the journey, because a lot of people are interested in what my day-to-day looks like and what everything that I do consists of. So stay tuned. Here's the start of it. Hey everybody, my name's Brendan.
And I'm Jorge.
And so basically today the plan is just gonna talk to some of you about being a new realtor, kind of the steps you initially need to take. Jorge is a realtor, I'm an investor, so it's kind of how new people can come together, and especially realtors, and get with investors, and how it can be beneficial, as well as the first few steps you should take towards becoming a successful realtor. So I guess basically, what would you suggest starting out? What should someone who just finished their license, what should they look for in a brokerage, and kind of what should they try to do for their day-to-day if they are going full-time? And then we'll kind of compare it to like if you're starting out part-time.
Okay, yeah. So basically what you need to look for in a brokerage is, first and foremost, commission split, because they're always going to have commission splits. They could start you off at like 60-40, 60%, and they get 40%, or 70-30. Some brokerages just do transactions only. So you need to go and interview these brokerages, because technically, like, you're working for yourself and you need to put yourself in the best position possible to make the most money possible. Also, another good thing to know is understand your market, understand your area, learn how to run comps. So
that's going to be like a big starter is, obviously once you get in it, I feel like there's several people who go into this and they go into the first brokerage just because they know the name and they think that, are they going to accept me? But in reality, you're making them more money at the end of the day. So how are they going to bring value to you, because you are paying them part of your commission? What are they going to bring to the table that's going to help you validate that expense?
Correct.
So that's like a big key, is because I know a lot of realtors, like, for example, some brokerages will have a lot of fees to start up. So you're going to pay just to work for the company. Whether it's an office fee, well, you have to determine as a realtor if, do you want an office, or are you fine getting your own office or from home? What type of support are you looking for? And I think there's so many different brokerages out there.
Correct.
And
there's a bunch of them.
You just kind of have to find what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So, and then, day to day, kind of to generate leads outside of, paying for a platform or paying for a lead generation system, kind of what would you say is a good starter to start getting your name out there and to start trying to get clients?
First and foremost, social media. Go into Facebook, Instagram, posting whatever you can. Let people know that you are licensed now. You can't expect people to know that you're doing real estate if they don't know that you're doing real estate. Ask for referrals if anybody is interested in selling houses or selling their house or buying a house. The market's hot right now and everyone's wanting to buy, just due to interest rates. But yeah, another important thing is just like understand that like your first year as a real estate agent is really to learn about the industry. You're not like, you can go out there and make a bunch of money, but at the same time, like, it's a big learning curve. And like, to set yourself apart, you should really start talking to builders, investors, understanding how houses are built, how they work, talking to inspectors whenever you get a house under contract, to title companies to understand the title process. Like, really learn about the industry completely, and it's going to set you apart from other agents.
So yeah, with that, I would totally agree. Like, as a new realtor, I've told friends this, and I continuously say over and over again, you need to join all your Facebook groups for your, like for us, we live in Tulsa. It's like the Tulsa Real Estate Association, the Tulsa Investor Association. Mm-hmm. Like, you need to become a part of that, because, he's my realtor. So for me, for him, it's a consistent income. So he's getting all my flips. So versus a one client, like, you might get them now, and then you might get them in, 2 to 5 to 10 years, or maybe never again, versus, I might produce 10 properties this year for him, maybe more, and then obviously continuing to grow to where he's going to be padding his income off of an investor, and then he's going to be able to still go out and get organic leads too.
And I think an important thing is to cater to your clients, regardless if it's just an end buyer that's going to be a one-time sale, maybe down the line, 15 years from now, you'll get another sale from them or they'll refer you to family. But like, if you get investors that start buying from you, it doesn't matter what they want to buy. It doesn't matter if the house is $20,000. Like, yeah, your commission's not going to be high, but it's about building the relationship. I've seen plenty of agents who will tell people no because it's a $15,000 lot or a $30,000 house. I don't do that. I take whatever my clients want. I cater to them and make sure that they get everything that they need.
So, and with that, I mean, obviously, so, you know, looking at like a $10,000 lot, which, I mean, we actually have a transaction going. It's, you know, it's a $12,000 lot, so the commission on it's so minimal, but you have to think he's also going to get, you know, when I flip a $350,000 house or build a $400,000 house,
right.
Or, you know, if I want to have him listed to rent it out. So, you know, with that, it's kind of, you're getting the highs, you're going to get the lows, but you're just kind of deal with it because you know the benefits coming out of it too. So, but yeah, I mean, that's the big thing is I've said is, you know, as a realtor going into it, you definitely need to get yourself known. Even coming from the car industry, if no one knows what you do, you can't expect them to go for you or ask you for questions. And especially if you're young, I've learned this more than anything. You have to be the smartest person in what you're doing. You have to know every detail you can about what you're doing, because when someone older asks you a question and you say, instantly you're going to start losing credibility immediately. Now, luckily with real estate, you can be kind of lenient, but the big thing is don't ever lie or make something up. Just say, I don't know, I'll get you that information. That's just a sales tip 101 for anything. But definitely if you're young and getting into it and even new, if you know more than the veterans that are out here doing it, then when people talk to you, they're never going to have any worries, because yeah, you're new, but you're literally giving them every detail and knowing the operation A to Z, whether it is, you know, new construction, understanding the process, how long it takes, different developments that are coming into town, you know, what areas are starting to come up. So then, you know, if they're looking for this price range, it's like, hey, this is a great purchase for my client because their appreciation value is going to be significant here, because, you know, the values have increased crazy over the last 2 years, let alone what they're going to continue to be pushing. Yep. So
that's why it's important to know your areas. Understand your city that you're going into. Learn good areas, bad areas, which areas are up and coming. Maybe you get something off market and you already know the investor that wants it. Like, it could be very easy. You just got to understand what you're doing. You need to learn how to talk to people, how to go through scripts, how to call listings. A lot of people hate cold calling. I hate cold calling, but I still do it just because it's part of the job. You're self-employed, and you need to face your fears and just do it.
Yeah, and that's like the big thing is you have to make sure you're trying to push and do more than the next guy, because the next guy is doing it. You know, what if they call that client and get it? Well, what if you would have called today? You could have maybe picked them up, or maybe your personality would have came in and they would have definitely picked you, but they didn't know you existed, so they went ahead and went with this other guy who was all right, but they didn't know a different realtor. Yep. So big push right there. Like I said, when it comes to that, and know your areas, he made a great point with that, because I know like even Tulsa, but I know for sure like in Florida right now has had an insane real estate market where, you know, you can have a $2 million house, and then right across the street you have a $40,000. I mean, not really anymore. It's not 40,000, but like $2 million and a $200,000 house. So I mean, it's literally like super nice area, and it's like the hood. So you have to understand your area. So if a client's looking and they're like, oh, it's a great deal, it's like, yeah, your neighbors are going to be rough, and it's just understanding that for your clients. So, so yeah, the big thing. So kind of like just a back overview of everything. If you're a new realtor, the key is find a brokerage that fits you best based on what you're paying them, as well as what they're giving you.
The value.
Yep. Know your neighborhood, know your market. because if you know it better, you're going to be able to give your clients a better experience.
Correct.
And then don't be afraid to get involved with investors. Learn every aspect of it, whether it's a flip, whether it's a build.
I would encourage it.
Yeah.
To get to know investors. Like, they're gonna be the ones that buy from you the most. And
that's the thing too, is like investors are growing. So as long as like if they're doing good and they're being successful, they're gonna continue to do more. Like someone I know, they did new construction. Well, now they're about to build a 60, 75 house neighborhood. How would you like to be the specific realtor that's used for it? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like if you didn't get them, if you were too afraid to get on board with them when they were doing, you know, one house a month, what makes you think that maybe they just didn't go ahead and jump with a different realtor when they got to 70? So with that being said, stay tuned. This is the video for realtors, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.